Oh, let's take care of this music first. I'll get rid of that. I'm not a fan of that music. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so much better. All right, let's get my handy dandy notebook out. We'll do this shit like a fucking episode of Blue's Clues. No, I'm just kidding. We ain't doing none of that retarded shit. Let's see. The car show is up and posted this morning. So it'll be this Friday. It'll be my 11th car show. The name of the event is oh shit, what I call it? Shiner at the Diner. And it's a little bit of a surprise. The location is a secret up to this point. If you want to attend, send me a friend request. Make sure, by the way, that if you send me a friend request from watching my streams or any of the live events that I do, or to come to any of my GTA events, be sure that when you send me a friend request, that you send me a message letting me know either where we met, where you saw me from, something to let me know who you are. Because if I just get a random from any, I don't just add randoms. So you got to send me a message and let me know what's going on, so I know who you are and stuff. Otherwise, I won't answer it, and I don't want that to be the case. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. It's just, stranger danger is a real thing. So I don't normally take randoms. Let's see. The oh poop. You know what I didn't do? Oh, I forgot to put them in here. That's okay. It'll take me but just a second. I'll bounce these off of my fiance real quick. All right. Yeah, back to no music. All right. So let's use this to pull out the rest of the pictures that I need. Temporarily pull this. Give me messages. And I'm also about to make some new notes. in just a moment. As soon as I get my stuff all prepared and go over the things that I need to for the day, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the chat, and I'm gonna try to come up with some topics that'll be relative to these shows for what we're going to be doing on a daily basis from here on out. I'm gonna try to come up with daily topics, weekly topics, things that I'll address each week, things that I'll address each day. And I'm still working on getting my particular style worked in to where I've got up a pattern and a schedule and things that I can stick to every week to bring my viewers some consistency in what's going on. I don't think I need anything out of this at the moment. I'll just move that out of the way. So let's see. Show topics. Let's get these pictures first. And then I'll show you some banners for the pictures here. Some things that I did want to go over that I'm going to get more information about first and go over with later, because I want to do like an open show. Eventually, this may not stick to being a morning show. I may find what times are better, because I'm trying to mix a good balance between, give me just a moment, I gotta cut my heat off, it's getting a little warm in here. I'm trying to find a good balance between my schedule and what times are most effective to hit my target audiences. So I'm still working on that. Hopefully by the time I figure out what time I want to do it, I'll also figure out a name. So still a working title. Morning show. Working title. Duties. Topics. Just a few things I wanted to go over was online etiquette. There is an etiquette to playing online. A way to be respectful, still get your game on, and communicate well with your players. Another thing I wanted to talk about was troll awareness. Troll awareness. And trolls are a real thing. They're out there. How to identify, spot, deal with them without letting them get your aggro up. The psychology of gamers. There is a psychology to gamers. There are, I believe there's 5, maybe 4 different types. I think it's 5.
Why have you got 3 different sofas?
Oh, that's a recliner, because I have a big living room and a big family. I got 5 kids and a big TV, so I made enough room for everybody to sit and watch when we do stuff together. The psychology of gamers, the difficulties of being a female gamer. This is things that my wife and a lot of my female friends face all the time. It's a lot harder being a female gamer than you think. People will get extremely butthurt and say the foulest shit just because you have a vagina. And, they think because they got beat by a girl, boy, they get hit right in the pride, and they just come out with all kind of lewd shit. Women have to deal with a lot more crap than guys do as far as being a gamer is concerned to me. Not only do they have to be good at the game, but they also have to deal with a lot of extra crap and sexual harassment on a regular basis, and it's just kind of ridiculous. So I'll be going over that later too. And more of the topics. I'm going to research more on each of these topics, and then later on I'll go into them in depth. I'll open up the chat to invite, for example, with the female gamers things, I'll get some of my female friends to come in and actually talk about it and the shit that they have to deal with, and how they counteract it. Some of them, their avatars are dudes and they don't talk, or they don't hang out in public lobbies, or they don't even play fucking online games. Multiplayer games. They'll just play, solo stuff and story stuff and shit like that, man. And I hate to see anybody discouraged by shit like that. So I'm gonna try to see if I can't come up with a couple of things and ways to give them advice, or techniques to help them, to keep them from getting upset or letting the shit that other people do bother them. But like I said, the car show is set. I just put up the banners here a second ago to get the. Gotta download these pictures real quick, and I'll put them up here on the screen in just a second. The car show is set in place. It's in GTA. It's going to be Friday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you want to find the event, you can go to PSN, go to Communities, and look up Ads Collective. The event is posted there. It's also, if you're a member of the Magic Ninjas MC, then it's also posted there. Those are the only two places that I post them because it is a closed community event. The events are non-violent events. These events are held for all of my friends of all different play styles to come and meet, greet, see new types of cars, new types of fashion ideas, do a couple of things that are fun. We take a little bike ride together. I live stream the event. I also collect some in-game captures, and then over the weekend, I'll pull out the photos for it. I'll post them on the Facebook page. I'll also find a little bit of music to put with the in-game footage and make a little video. Those are the things that I use as my advertisements for those videos, or for my live streams and such. Which, if you came here from the Facebook page, you'll notice I made 3 new banners yesterday. There is currently one of them up, and I think every Friday I'm going to change it to the one that's for the car show. So if you actually go to the Facebook page and just look up my name, look up Adumusk on Facebook, and you'll see the page that I've created there. I made it about 4 days ago, so it's fairly new, and I just put a new banner up. I'm really proud of it. I made an original intro. I made an original exit. That exit will now be the exit for all of my videos. Let's see. Last week we had about 15 to 20 people show up. Maybe it was 12, something like that. I think it was about 16 people showed up at last week's car show. And to be honest, that's a little easier to do for me anyway as a car show. I mean, I love it when they fill up. I love it when there's a ton of people. But honestly, when I've got to go through and edit all that stuff, man, it's so much harder to do because I have to catch every person on the bike ride. I catch every person when we're at the bar or the wherever we are. And then when we actually get to the car show, I get everybody's car and everybody's costume. And I've got a new original idea I came up with the other day. I had some friends help me work it out and test it a bit to see how well it would work. And I've got a really great idea. I think it would look great in the video. I think a lot of people will have fun with it. And I think I'm going to top off the show. Instead of doing a playlist this week, I'm going to do the what's it called? Hardline or hard something. The thing that's double RP this week. I think I'll just end it with that. And then after that, I'll do an after show. I'll do, excuse me, like I do each week. I'll do the main car show, and then I'll do the after show. The after show, uh, the ways that those two things differ is when I'm in the car show, you will only hear my voice because I'll be in the in-game lobby communicating with all of those people. And unfortunately, when I'm in those, until I get a better capture card, you can only hear me. So once that show is over, then me and the friends that I've picked out, we go into a chat, and there's about 8 of us, and we'll open up a chat, and this way you can hear everybody talking about things and the stuff that happened in the car show, and just doing other shit afterward, and you'll be able to hear all of us. Which is another thing. On almost a nightly basis, I do GTAO parties where it's me and my friends. Sometimes we're doing missions. Um, Sometimes we're doing glitches. I don't do videos. I've said this before, but I don't do videos for um, like how-to glitches on for money, card duplications, shit like that. I might show some Easter eggs. I might show some wall breaches, but the other stuff, that's not my area. There's playlists set up in my YouTube channel called GTAO Glitches Updated Daily. If you look in those, the very last ones in that list are the most current glitches, the ones that I found that I've tested and I know that they work. Okay, so I leave those to the guys that do those. I don't want that to be my area. I don't want to be known for that. It's enough of a hassle just having friends that do that stuff. So I don't want to. I don't want to be involved in those things. So let me grab these pictures real quick. And let's see. We had about 16 people come, but I'm hoping for more. Hopefully not too many more. Here in the next week or so. From this point out, I will probably have the car shows scheduled by Monday. So by Monday, they will all be put together and planned out, and and ready for the event to set so that people have plenty of notice. Oh, my controller went off. Isn't that lovely? I hate when that happens. Let's get that on a charger so it doesn't happen again. How's my phone doing? Phone's at 100%. Good job. Stupid music. Okay, let's get rid of that music. Can't stand that music.
Morning, brother.
Morning. Not quite sure who I'm talking to. Haha, let me take a look. What up, kid? Just going over the details for the car show and the future plans for the daily streams. This is going to be a part of one of my daily streams. I still haven't figured out the timing on it yet, or what time I'm actually going to do it. But I'm also going to be doing this daily. I'm going to be doing some VR daily. I'm going to be doing some GTAO parties in the evenings daily. I'm trying to schedule out exactly when I'm going to do each one so that I hit my target demographic audience, and then also still be able to live my life within normal boundaries. So, because most people know, but I've got 4 kids, and it's important that I be there in the times that they need me and the stuff that they need me for. So I'm trying to get a good mix of those 3 schedules. Downloading some pictures real quick, and then I'll take care of this music because I hate this music. One more picture. There we go. Okay. Now let's get rid of that music. Alright. Let's see. I had a list of topics that I wanted to go over before. Let's see. I'm trying to come up with just topics for this show. Things that affect gamers mostly. I'll tell you, I'm trying to stray away from anything in the news, politics, or politics, religion, anything of that nature. I'm definitely trying to stray away from, only because I'm not trying to get too damn personal with people. I want to stick with things that are relevant to gamers, things that I think most gamers either don't know, may not be aware of, may have trouble dealing with. Everything. There we go. Let's get rid of that music. Jesus, I hate that music. Jesus, I hate that stuff. While we're at it, let's put up those pictures. Let's see. Let's get some banners up. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what I did with those other notes. I got another set of notes somewhere for the topic.
Sliding through with them daily blessings and prayers.
Thank you, Ron. Let's see, where are the objects? That's what I'm looking for. Objects. Let's do a new object. Let's do this. Let's upload this picture. And here are the details for the car show. Let's see if I can get this just right.
About to time out again.
Oh no, don't time out. Oh, am I? No, my controller's good. We're doing that. Let's see. No, I stuck it on a charger a minute ago so it wouldn't time out again. It wouldn't go off. There we go, and here's the banner with the details for the car show, which you can't read for shit. That sucks. Okay, let's try that again. Try it over on that side. Maybe better on that side. Not fucking really. Okay.
What's up for today?
Let's see. For today, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of this show. I'm trying to come up with some topic ideas. If you guys have any insights or ideas, for topics to talk about in this show for the daily stream. I tell you what I need. I still need a working title for this. The only thing I know is so far I do it in the mornings and I have coffee while I do it. And all of the topics I want to be relevant to gamers, things to make people aware of, or things for me to look up to actually discuss over. Because a lot of the shit I'll be digging up through different news articles, psychological books, doing research on whatever topics. I just need a couple of topics right now. I've got uh, troll awareness, psychology as a gamers, and the difficulties of being a female in games. Um, how to game with your family. There you go. There's one. How to game with your family. Because I'm trying to think of things that are relevant to me. My whole family is gamers. Me, my wife, my kids. My oldest son has a PS4. The rest of them have either Vitas or
Well,
tablets
you
or
do topic
PS3s.
on games, let me brainstorm.
Okay, good deal. How to game with fam. Before this thing disappears again, let's get another banner up. Oh, let's put that one up in the middle. Yeah, that way you can actually see the whole thing. There you go. 50's Gleam, Classic Muscle Cars, and okay, you can read that fairly well. Okay, now let's see. I had a couple of
I
others.
stream NES games myself.
Oh, you stream NES games. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, I actually do have a couple of emulators, but I almost never use them. One of the, I guess, gimmicks that I use is everything I do comes from the PS4. So all the videos that I put out, the live streams that I do, you see the green screen behind me. I'll actually, when I'm playing, I'll drop the green screen and I'll sit in my gaming chair, and you can actually still see me in the top right corner without it interfering with the game too much. And I see what picture I'm in. Oh, here's the location that we'll be meeting in. Um, you'll see me. Everything I use is on the PS4, and
I play on my modded PS3.
oh, that's awesome. Um, yeah, that's the location that we're going to meet at originally for the car show. Um, yeah, everything I do when I do the music videos for GTA, I manipulate the cameras from the Rockstar editor on PS4, and then I take it from there and I move it over to the Share Factory, and that's where I chop it up, splice in what I need to, trim off whatever I need to, add in the music that I need to, and I fully created my intro and exit on there with the PS4. Um, everything I do for it so far has stayed on this machine. I have no real extra pieces, but I did want to do as much as I possibly could with the machine, which is why I do this. I do the playroom for an average of about an hour is what I'm shooting for, and then same thing with the VR. I do the VR for about an hour, and then GTA, the car shows will definitely be a part. I've broken the different stuff that I'm going to do down into sections. I wrote them all down the other day. Yeah, already here. I made a little note. It's going to be the GTA car shows, Playroom, the news and chats, um, GTA car shows, the Playroom news chats, which will be this. I guess I could do. I need to do topics like new games, free games, PlayStation News. PlayStation News, yeah, that's a good one. And then I'll make the difference between daily topics and weekly topics. The weekly topics I'll touch on a little bit each day and talk more and more and more about. The daily topics I'll show like the current things that just came out for that day. Because I don't know about you guys, but as a PlayStation member, every day I get tons of messages about new game trailers that are coming out. I probably get 3 to 4 different trailers every day about new games that are up and coming and on their way out. Um, let's see. Oh, here's the collective. If you're looking for how to get a hold of me on PSN or where we post the car show events, I post them here, and then another community it's actually closed. It's for my the, the motorcycle crew that I'm in, or the crew that we run. Um, but PlayStation VR is another one of the shows that I'll be doing. The Wii Plays. The Wii Plays will be with me and my wife, which I will be setting up a second channel for soon, so you'll see both me and her. I don't have a green screen for the other room yet, but I do, posters and stuff like that in the back so that it's not so dull. And I'll let her choose her own screen size and all that. I'll be linking her channel directly in my channel later on, like there are in the description for this video. I'll be linking her channel in those videos directly as well. Um, I'll also be syncing up her PayPal. Eventually, we're going to be, when we do the car shows, I'm hoping to do the car shows like that too. So there will be two live streams for that that are coming from the same place, because she helps me do them, not just when they're actually going on, but she helps me plan them too. She's definitely the person that I bounce these things off of. If I can make her laugh with it when I come up with the concept, then I usually know it's a good idea. She's not the easiest person to make laugh. So if I can make her laugh, then I know it'll make everybody else happy too, usually, most of the time. Not everybody's sense of humor is the same, but you know how that is. The Wii Plays with me and my wife will consist of more than just the GTA stuff. It'll be whatever games me and her decide to play together, just to spend some quality time with my wife, and in a way that where you see us interacting with each other that most people don't, they don't get the opportunity, and maybe foreign to, and it's a little life lesson about how, part of the topics that I was talking about the shit that females have to deal with. So this would be a good way to show a lot of people a good example of, you know, how to just treat your woman like a person when you play, without treating her any differently than you would anyone else, without holding her into any other expectations, or, getting your pride hurt when she fucking beats you. My wife beats me all the time, unfortunately. It doesn't feel great, but that's part of the things that we have to deal with. So um, also, I'll be doing family play with me, her, and my son, as I'm teaching my son online etiquette, and going over, the do's and don'ts for him. He's got the basics down, but I'm basically just trying to ensure that I don't raise a troll. And in doing that show, I'm hoping to raise parents' awareness about video games in this era. It's not like it used to be. It's not like it was 5, 10 years ago. You can't just hand your kid a controller and a game and tell them to go play. Now almost everything is online. You have to be mindful of who your kids are interacting with. You can't just trust the ESRB rating that's written on the side of the box, because a lot of people don't know this, but the ESRB rating works like this. When a game is rated, they don't play the game. They never play the game. The rating system is built on, they write like a 5-page essay on the most graphic content in the game, and they send them a 45-minute video on the most graphic content in the game. It is a self-diagnosis from the game company directly to the rating system. It's the only rating system in the world that works like this. So you can't always trust what the ESRB rating says. I mean, how many times have we seen that an ESRB rating has been put on a game, and then a month after the release, they have to change it because parents have noticed, or kids have noticed, or it has come to somebody else's attention that ESRB rating is not appropriate and it needs to be changed. A wonderful example would be Grand Theft Auto San Andreas from a couple of years ago. That game was almost rated adult only because of the content they had hidden in the game. Several games have hit like that since. Everybody wants to go for that 17 plus or under rating so that they can make more game sales. What's good for kids is good for everybody, and they sell in places like Walmart, Target, and shit like that. But when it's 17 plus or when it's adult only, they have a lot harder time selling the game. It narrows the demographic for what they can sell to. Um, so, I want to raise a little awareness about how to let your kids play in this day and age, the things that you have to watch out for, the things that you want to be mindful of. And also, make sure you're not raising a troll. You don't want your kids to come up and be some little squeaker asshole in a damn party, just screaming at people and talking over people and being hellishly obnoxious. And you also want to teach them how to not, let what other people say affect them. Our job as parents is not to protect your children, it's to teach them how to protect themselves. That's our role, and it ain't easy, but that is life. You have to understand that one day you're gonna die. You can't protect them forever. You have to teach them how to protect themselves. Um, I'll be doing live streams on stuff other than just GTA periodically, and I'm going to schedule out. I haven't done it yet. As soon as I get the schedule down, I will both post it on the Facebook page, and I'm sure I'll go over, because this is the place where I go over all this. This is my planning area. This is where I come up with all this stuff, and I let people know what I've come up with so far. I address the topics that we just talked about, and then I'll go over what my plans and ideas are for coming things on a daily basis, to make sure that I get them right, to make sure that you know what's going on. But I will be playing other games that I'll schedule out better. Like I said, I'll get the schedule up as soon as I figure it out, as soon as I get everything timed out the way it needs to be. But the games I will be playing, the ones I will definitely be doing on a nightly basis, because I can't go a single day without playing this game. I love GTA. And I know a lot of people say it's an old game. It's been out for 4 years now. How are you still playing that? Because it's still bringing original content. Because there is still a ton of stuff to do in it. Because for everything that they've got, everything has been for free. They haven't charged a dime in DLC content. People complain about money. People complain about, not having any friends to help you. I'm telling you, come join me. You will meet some people. You will find some people. As long as you don't come in and act like a greedy asshole, my friends will help you. Almost everybody I know and hang out with, and you'll see examples of this in the car show. I have a huge community of friends that I have built up, of people who are more than willing to help, more than willing to show you a glitch, more than willing to. Just in the last week alone, I know 6 different people who started a character from zero, started a brand new character, and they've already got millions of dollars. They've already got the stuff that they need to do any kind of glitch to keep themselves making money for future glitches. They've got great KDs. They may not have their level all the way up yet, but that's a work in progress. It'll probably take about 2 to 3 weeks to actually get you above 120. So my buddy that started no more than a week ago, I think he's already at 37, maybe 40 something. I don't know. He's kind of up there. And it's only been like 6 days, maybe 5 days since he started that character. Another thing you'll see me doing, uh, besides GTA, I play Tekken, I play Terraria, I play Metal Gear, and I like to review betas. I love to review betas because I like to know what's coming out ahead of time. So every time I catch a beta, I will go and check and see what the betas are. I will talk about them here, what I'll be playing later that day, and I'll make a special segment or a special day just for going over that things. Most likely it'll be Tuesdays, because all the new content gets released on Tuesdays. And through this process of the next couple of days, I imagine this process will become more refined. The more I do it, I think the more it'll come down to what it needs to be, and I will find through the people that watch how to get across what I'm trying to get across, schedule it all out to where it makes sense, and it doesn't overwhelm me, because that's kind of my objective. I don't want to get overwhelmed at any point about this, because when you get overwhelmed with things, you tend to lose control, and I don't want to do that. I'll also, you'll probably at some point, usually on the weekends, you'll probably see me doing some editing. I will probably uh, do the in-game Rockstar stuff uh, stream, but I probably won't do a lot of the Share Factory stuff, only because the Share Factory stuff I cannot monetize. I cannot. It won't let me. The music that I use, I do not have copyright permission to use. So I'm not trying to make money off of those things. Those are my commercials. Those are basically highlights. Those are basically a thing I do for my friends, just so they can say, hey, check this out. That's me. That's me right there on this bike. That's me right there on that car. I was there. I was at this place, and it's something to kind of give them some bragging rights, and that we can all kind of look back on them for. I think I did a car show 1 through 4. I didn't start doing the videos until that one, and after I made it, I was like, well, shit, I should do this for all of these stuff. They make great commercials. And as time went on, my editing process got better, and I'm still learning. I'm still coming up with new tricks all the time and trying to find ways to make them original and make it something you haven't seen before. Sometimes I can do them kind of quick, depending on how long the clips are, and sometimes it takes me a little bit of time. Speaking in which, I'm glad I said that. Later today, I got 2 sets of other things I need to get done before Friday, because I have to have my my video space open for GTA because I always get everything cleared before the car shows. So in order to do that, I've got the other night, me and some buddies had a jet fight, and I wasn't in a jet. I was in an oppressor. I wanted to see what would happen against five good pilots against just me in an oppressor, because I usually take down just about any jet that comes near me with an oppressor. And I had yet to be beaten. One guy did get me one day, but that's the only time it's ever happened. And I got to thinking after I bragged about it one day, and I got to thinking, I was like, well, um, maybe it's not me. Maybe I'm not as good as I think. Maybe it's the quality of the pilots. So I got a hold of the five people are that I are really good pilots that I know, and I asked them if they would come help me test this theory, and uh, they came out, and I got some really really great footage out of it. I got some really really close calls that a couple of times my buddy was like, I don't know how the fuck you wiggled out of that. I was like, yeah, I don't either. Skin on my teeth. So. I've got to edit those things before Friday, though, because I've got to have the footage prepared, so that you may see me doing that today. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah. Oh shit! I got 2 days. I got 2 days. Well, really, okay, the show's not till Friday night, so I got a little bit of time Friday. So I got about 3 days to get it done. Also, and this one I'm about 50-50 on, but I've got a game called Rocksmith, and I'm not sure how much it'll let me use because of the music and stuff, or if it'll even let me monetize those. But I've wanted to play guitar for a long time, and Rocksmith is the only guitar game that uses a real guitar to play. And both me and my son play it. He's got his own copy and his own guitar, and that's part of the deal. For him to be able to play every day, he has to do at least a half an hour of Rocksmith. That's how he earns. He has to have good grades first. He can't be grounded or be in any kind of trouble. But then it's still, in order to play, he's got to play a half hour of Rocksmith every day, because I want him to learn some kind of extracurricular. I want him to be able to express himself in some kind of way, um, musically, artistically. I don't care if it's drawing, playing a guitar. I just want him to have some way, some form of release somewhere, so that he doesn't become overwhelmed in what is going to be a stressful life. The only reason I say I know it's going to be a stressful life is because look at the shit that's going on nowadays. I can only imagine what it's going to be like when he grows up. So I don't want his stress levels to be anything like mine were, or like my dad's were. We both had ulcers and all kinds of problems, and I just don't want that for him. So those are my notes up to this point. Not sure how long I've been doing this quite yet. Let's take a look. See how long I've been on the air. Swipe, swipe, swipe or no swiping. Come on, swipe. There we go. Oh shit! Now I'm gonna get sued by Dora for using her damn phrase. Poop. Let's see. Let's see. And I have been live for. Really, I got okay. Show's not till Friday night, so I got a little bit. This is all the way back. Oh, look. Myself talk. Almost 40 minutes. So we're closing in on time to wrap up the end of the show. I still need to work on some way to wrap up the end of the show. Um, I still need to come up with ways to involve both my Facebook page and my Twitter page, so that when I update one, it updates the other, and keep everything going all at the same time. Um, I think that pretty well wraps it up for today. I'm going to hop into the playroom. It's almost 11:30, so I'm gonna hop into the playroom, or I mean the VR, and do a little rec room. After I get done with that, I'm gonna do some more scheduling. Then I'm gonna hit the editor while I do that a little bit, and I'm gonna try to catch the camera angles and stuff that I need. I'm not gonna do the music half of the stuff for the air show, not the air show, but the the jet fight that I did the other day, and then I've got another section to do too. Actually, it was a little bit of battle stuff, and I just need to pull the clips out of those and get the proper camera angles. I'm not going to do them in the Share Factory yet, but I am going to go ahead and prep all the footage and get the right camera angles for everything, and then I'll mix in the Share editor and the music and stuff for those later. I still need to start reviewing some music for this car show. Ooh, I got one in mind. I got one in mind. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. So, till till tomorrow. We'll see you back here. I will try to get a schedule put together for these things within the next couple of days, hopefully before this weekend. The car shows I do have kind of locked in. They are almost the same time each Friday, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to do them every Friday or if I'm going to do them every 2 weeks. I'm not sure yet. I think for now I just know what's going on this Friday. I am going to go ahead and start planning on the next one, and then I'll just schedule in what time it's going to be. Um, you'll notice when you get to my car shows, if you come to the car shows, if you watch the car shows, you'll note that my car shows are not like anyone else's. It's not just a meet and greet. We don't just pull up in a fucking parking lot and show the cars and hey, this is, there are no winners at my car shows. My car shows are non-violent events. Everybody is the winner because everybody brought original content that is unique to them, their car, their style, that is still set to a theme. I try to encompass a lot of things into these car shows, and I've worked really, really hard to make them as good as they are, man. And I have a great team of people that help me put these things together and review with and stuff like this. So hopefully it'll be a good show this week. Um, Here's the information you need. Like I said, find me on PSN as Adumusk, same name as on the show. Uh, that's the community that I run. If you want, it's an open community right now. Keep in mind, I don't put up with trolls of any kind, whether you troll me here on YouTube, Facebook, uh, Twitch, Twitter, uh, the community. I don't put up with trolls anywhere. That's an instant block. Just because I don't waste any time on drama and I don't argue with nobody. It's not personal. It's just how it is. Um, so with all that in mind, man, hopefully we'll see you in tomorrow's show. I'll get a couple more things scheduled out. I'm going to research some of these topics here and figure out how to make these things even better. Until next time, you guys have a good one.